Hello and welcome to your lesson for today. My name is Kyle Broda with FullSkillsExamPrep.com. Remember, we're always here to help you pass your ICCRC Full Skills exam. We've been getting a ton of emails from happy clients who bought the books and came to the seminars, telling us that they passed because they used our system. So a big congratulations to all of you, and for the rest of you, if you're studying, keep up the good work. These videos help you quite a bit, and also remember to stay updated through the website and the CIC websites as well because of all the changes. This lesson here is about one of those big changes. Just yesterday, the details were released for the long-anticipated startup visa, which is sort of the new entrepreneur program. So this video is just about a brief outline regarding that. And more importantly, it's also about how this new class affects your ICCRC exam. So, in case you're wondering, both programs will be on the ICCRC Full Skills exam. The rationale behind this is that they want to make sure that you know the old entrepreneur program and also the differences between that and the new startup visa. Also, the entrepreneur program hasn't been shut down completely. It is just on hold for the next few years. And nobody knows if it's going to open up again or not. So it will be included on your ICCRC exam until it is completely shut down. Just a little brief outline of this new program. The startup visa, in order to qualify for this, the person needs to have 4 different criteria. So the first one is a commitment of support from a designated Canadian venture capital fund or angel investor group. The second one is English or French ability. The third one is just 1 year of study at a post-secondary institution. And fourth, just like in the Federal Skilled Worker Program or almost any other program as well, they have to have enough money to support themselves and their families before they come here. So we'll talk about these in detail for this lesson, and if you stick around for the next lessons, they'll involve sample questions which help you practice for your exam as well. So first of all, that letter of support. This one might seem a little bit like an LMO or something like that, but it's quite different actually. So it's a letter given to the applicant by the angel investor group or the venture capital fund. So basically, your client or the candidate is going to apply to these fund groups, and they will assess if their business plan or if their entrepreneurial project is good enough for them to invest in. If it is, they will get a letter of support, which is one of the requirements for this program. These are the designated angel investor groups or venture capital funds. So it can't be just anybody. It can only be certain groups. So you can't have one of your friends invest in your project, or a client can't have an uncle or aunt or something like that invest in their project, because obviously those people aren't part of the designated group. There are also minimum investment requirements that the candidate would need to get. So you can see we have the designated investor organization. It can be either a venture capital fund or an angel investor, as you saw in the previous slide. For a venture capital fund, the amount that the candidate has to receive from these guys is $200,000. And if it's from an angel investor, the minimum is $75,000. The candidate doesn't actually have to invest any of his own money into the program, into the project. All of it can come from either of these two groups. Once it is approved by the designated investor organization, they will send a letter of support to the candidate, and they will also mail a commitment certificate to the CIC. For those language requirements, we've talked about this a little bit before. They need to have CLB 5 in each one of these. So they can't have a CLB 3 in reading, a CLB 7 in listening, CLB 5 in writing, CLB 5 in speaking. It has to be CLB 5 in every single one. They have to complete 1 year of study at a post-secondary institution. So this is interesting. They don't actually need to graduate, but they just need to have completed 1 year of study at a post-secondary institution. They need to prove this, of course, through transcripts or certificates or whatever. And they need to be in good standing during at least 1 year while they were there. So they could go for 3 years, and then maybe in the last year, in the 4th year, they got in trouble and got kicked out. But if they were in good standing for those 3 years, that's not a problem at all. Sufficient settlement funds. This is the same as every other program, really. They have to have a certain amount of money to help settle down here in Canada. And of course, this number depends on how many family members are coming over with them. So just go back to that language a little bit. In this one, they need 5 in everything. So this would be the minimum that they need. Remember, CLB is not an exam. It's a benchmark. It's the Canadian Language Benchmark, which compares to the CELPIP, the IELTS, or the TEF. So as we can see in CELPIP, a CLB 5 is a 3L in everything. In IELTS, it is a 5 in listening, 5 in writing, 5 in speaking, but only a 4 in reading. In TEF, it is a 225 in speaking, 180 in listening, 150 in writing, 150 in reading, pardon me, and 225 in writing. So these are the only 3 language tests accepted for most immigration streams, and this is no exception. So thanks again for listening. Remember, we're always here to help. The next videos are going to include sample questions to help you practice for your exam. So stick around for those. Remember, you can like us on Facebook if you just follow this link over here. That way as well, you'll get, as soon as we upload a video, it'll go straight to your account. We have a blog on WordPress, which is the same thing. All the videos get uploaded over there. If you have any questions or concerns or anything like that, of course, email us at info@fullskillsexamprep.com. And if you're interested in the books and the seminars, check out our website at www.fullskillsexamprep.com. So have yourself a good day, and thanks for listening.